Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to our podcast.
Hi.
And today we are going to be talking about how to change your narrative so you can elevate. It's something that's very close to our hearts because we've been talking in other podcasts about being aware, and that is where it all starts.
True.
For you to be able to change your narrative, you need to be aware.
True.
So narratives are stories that we tell ourselves, that we convince ourselves are true to us.
Yes.
Right? We our brain tries to confirm these narratives as well. And that is something that you can change, I can change, anybody can change, when you are aware it's not serving you anymore.
Come on.
Right?
Yes.
What are narratives to you, Soraya?
Yes, the narratives are indeed the stories that we are telling ourselves. And it may be certain things, but the most important thing is that you have the power, you have the power to change all these narratives. If you can change a certain story, you can change your outcome.
Very true. Beautiful.
So when you are telling yourself these stories, you have to remember at this point, like, we have authority. Our words have power.
Our words have power.
So
do our thoughts.
So do our thoughts. Thank you.
Yes.
When you are thinking of something, then it will shift to your heart. You're gonna feel certain things, and those feelings, make sure that you're going to act in a certain way. In a certain way. Thank you.
Yes, true.
And all these things make sure that your narrative will confirm by who you are.
Yeah, true. Okay.
So, to change those things, it starts with your awareness.
Yes.
And it starts also with who are you and who you want to be.
Right.
So you can make steps to that person who you want to be, so you can change your narratives.
Right. Nice.
And if I come with an example immediately.
Yes.
For myself, for a very long time, my unconscious mind was saying, I don't need a man.
Wow.
I can do it by myself.
That is so relatable.
Yeah.
That is so relatable.
Okay, girl. Now,
okay.
we were there. And for me, I said it for years. I don't need a man. I'm not going to be a wife who's going to cook in the kitchen and going to put some food for my man, you know? Those were the things that I was saying.
And where did it come from? Where did this narrative come from for you?
Well, from my upbringing. And I don't say that my mother teach me that, because she didn't. But I saw the women around me. This is not only my mother, but also my grandmother or aunties or other people around me, you know.
Yeah.
They had certain men and they were always like, I got myself, you know, and I will fix it myself. So for me, I made a story in my mind, like, why do I need a man if a woman all
can fix it on her own?
Yeah, can fix it on her own and need to strive so hard to make it able, you know? So if you cannot, that was my thought, if you cannot add up, then you can just might go, you know? So I really needed to change that when I came in my marriage.
Wow.
Because, girl, it was, those words were catching up to me. Like, oh, you don't need a man, right?
Yes.
So,
and that is the thing, your brain is going to look for confirmation.
Confirmation, yes.
So everything you'll go looking out for the things that will confirm that narrative of I don't need a man.
Yes.
You will make sure that the other person, your response will be that of a person who doesn't need a man.
Come on. It's true. And that was the case.
And when you respond like that, you trigger the other person who responds and confirms your story. And you can go on building up that story until you become aware of where is the root.
From it.
Where is the seed level? What happened in my life for me to be able to believe this? And how is it serving me?
And how
it serves you probably, and most of the narratives serve us because it is the known.
Klopt.
It is known. It is so predictable for us.
True.
So we choose to hold on to the known and to the predictable, and we are so afraid of changing the narrative because we don't know what's going to happen if we do.
Because we are so happy, or we are so familiar with the
Yes,
known,
with the known.
and we don't want to know what's there, because I know I have this, but I don't know what I'm going to get.
Yes,
Well,
yes,
let
yes,
us
yes.
tell you, let us tell you,
Yes.
something's greater waiting ahead of you
Exactly.
when you change
Your
for the good,
narrative. Yes,
for the good.
True.
You know.
Yeah.
So that was very a thing that was really happening, and I became aware by the grace of God. God really revealed to me,
Beautiful.
like, girl, you need to change.
This is where you need to put in the work.
I needed to put in the work.
And he made you aware as to why you were feeling that way. So you could also trace it back and know, okay, the women I saw in my life,
Yes.
they had a certain way of being.
Yes.
And I took it upon myself also partly to protect yourself from the disappointments,
True. Yes.
And then you have to, be aware and then choose different. And that is a beautiful thing about changing the narrative.
True.
Because once you change the narrative, your brain also changes with you, and it's going to look for things to confirm the new story.
The new story.
So if you say, I'm happily married, we have a beautiful companionship, your brain, the brain's job is to look for confirmation. It is the brain's job is to prove you right. I read this somewhere. The brain's job is to prove you right.
Wow, amazing. Right? Well, I love that part that you also said, like, because that is true, but the those steps, because I want to go to the steps, because it's not like you can also say, like, yes, I am happily married, but if you're unconscious and you're feeling not that way, then you're still gonna have the narrative thing, like, oh, it's not true. Oh, so you understand?
You still have to put in the work.
You still need to put in the work
from inside.
You need to cleanse.
Yeah.
And for me, so
so I wanted to say yes. Come on.
I needed to say like because like for me it was. It is very easy. We said it earlier in other podcasts. It's easy to judge people, you know. And for me, I was
pointing fingers
at my husband. And the funny thing was, God was pointing fingers at me. Like, girl, you need to change. Right. And then I was like, but God, what do I need to change? And then God revealed to me what happened in the past, the upbringing, and what I was thinking. And then God really told me I need to break the words that I have spoken in the past. That's why I'm saying words have power. You understand? And they are always catching up. So if you are going to bless yourself, you will be blessed. But if you're going to curse yourself, you will be cursed. So God really told me I need to change the words that I have spoken back then. I needed to break those, you know, so I could have a different narrative.
Of course.
And there was for me the awareness. That was step one. Then I really needed to put in the work by changing the words. I needed to break the words and then rewrite them. What do I want to see? Where do I want to go? What kind of person do I want to be? And for me, it was very important because God needed to show me that. Because sometimes we think like, oh, we know everything, but it's not true. No. Sometimes we are so unaware that we need people. We are so blind
to our own bullshit, huh?
Yeah, true. We are really blind to our own bullshit. So we need someone, and in this case, it was God who really said to me, like, girl, this is what you need to change. And of course, your husband, because he will always trigger you.
He will mirror.
He will mirror you. Yeah, and that is the trigger. The trigger will make sure, the mirror makes sure that you will change, that you will be aware and you can change certain things. You understand? So those steps I really needed to take to be where I am right now.
Elevate yourself.
Elevate myself. Thank you for the word.
Elevate yourself by rewriting the narrative and say, you know what, I'm choosing different.
Yes.
I'm choosing different because now I am aware that whatever I was choosing was serving me then.
Was serving me back then.
Yeah, but it's not serving me now.
Not anymore.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, man, it's really amazing. So do you have an example? Because I really shared it. You understand? I really want to hear from Saidi now.
I do have an example. I think growing up as well, I had a narrative of if I was the victim, then I would be seen and heard. Wow. So that was really a narrative that I told myself, like, you know, I can't take accountability. You know, I can't take accountability for the things I do or the things I say because you know what, I'm a victim. I don't know if many people know this, but you know, I'm orphaned, right? I lost my mom very young. I lost my dad very young as well. So just those happenings and seeing how people responded then gave me a certain narrative, you know, and oh, poor you, or this, you know. So I thought, oh, this is good. This is how I'm supposed to be. I'm supposed to be the victim, you know. I can't be empowered when I've lost, you know.
I hear you.
You hear me?
I hear you
So,
loud and clear.
Yes, so the narrative that I was telling myself is, as long as I stay in my victimhood, I will be seen, I will be heard. And I was looking for stories to confirm this.
Yes.
My brain's job was to confirm my victimhood. What happened? I attract relationships that made me the victim.
Yes,
right?
Because that's what you're gonna get.
That's what I'm gonna get.
That's the narrative that you are writing.
Exactly. So
Yes.
you attract who you are. You want to be the victim, you will attract somebody who will make you the victim, you know?
Yes.
You want to be the empowered person, you will attract people who will empower you.
Yes,
You know?
come on.
So by changing the narrative and becoming aware of, okay, this is a narrative I've been telling myself, but it's not serving me anymore. Maybe it served me then as a little child, as a little girl, or as a teenager, or whatever it is. Maybe it served me so I could, you know, I could just feel safe in that moment because I did not know better.
True.
But now I know better. Now I know I can speak.
Come on.
You know, I can be seen. I can be myself and be heard. I can be empowered.
Come on.
You know, and be heard and seen.
Come on.
I don't have to shrink my vessel.
I don't have to be small.
I don't have to be small anymore. You know, and that is changing the narrative so you can elevate. Because I was able to shift that narrative, so many things in my life have shifted with it.
Wow.
The relationships, the career, the everything, the finances, everything shifts with it.
Come on. I love what you're saying.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. And you know, the thing is, like, you have experienced it yourself. So you can say, like, oh, it was like this back then because I was such a victim. But then other people made me a victim too. And that I didn't like. Come on now. So you have to step back into your power.
Take accountability.
Take accountability for your own actions, for your own inner work, for your own thinking, so you can change the narrative and elevate. And look at you now.
Look at me now. Look at me now.
Come on. Look at her now.
Look at me now.
Amazing.
No, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
If there are things we want to give anybody watching right now, I think it would be awareness, so you can change the narrative, and also know that the narrative you're telling yourself is serving you.
It is serving you.
It is serving you in a certain way. Try to find out why you are telling yourself that narrative and how you can change that narrative. Why do you think it's serving you? It has a purpose.
It has a purpose.
Or it had a purpose, and it's up to you to change it.
Come on.
Yeah. Yes. And the other thing about elevating, when you're
for me, it's important the thinking. Be aware of what you think and be aware of what you say, because words, the words in your mind and the words of your mouth are having power. So I'm sorry, but it really has the power.
It does have the power.
So whether you curse yourself or whether you bless yourself, it's up to you. You understand?
Yes.
So it's very important to elevate yourself. Speak good things about yourself. Bless yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important to do the inner work.
Yes.
Because just like Saidi said, she was first a victim for herself, and then you're gonna victimize yourself also. You're gonna put some victimizing words about yourself.
True.
But when you are when you are moving from that state into your power state, then you are seeing yourself as a very different person.
Powerful.
Very powerful. I am a powerful woman. I am free.
Yes.
I am blessed. I am happy.
You will tell yourself the things that will empower you.
Come on.
Yes.
And other people will come to you and will empower you.
They will confirm that. They will
on.
confirm that story that you're telling yourself.
Come on.
Right?
Yeah, that's very important
and
for
I
you to
think
understand.
the last thing that we could share with you guys is the state of being.
Yes.
The state of being, just the awareness is the state of being.
It's the state of being,
right?
yes.
Your state of being is the awareness that ensures that your narrative can be different. Right? If you're telling yourself a certain narrative and it's not serving you, ask yourself in your state of being, am I happy with this? Yes, is this fulfilling me? Am I feeling abundant when I'm speaking like this? Am I feeling loved when I'm speaking like this?
Do I feeling enlightened?
What are you feeling? Yeah, what are you feeling? Ask yourself that. Your state of being will help you change your narratives.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So that's it for today, you guys.
That was
We
it.
love you so much. Don't forget to stay aware.
Yes.
Don't forget to change that narrative that is not serving you anymore so you can elevate. We hope to see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.